Hello guys, Zach here again today with a bit of a 4 versus 4 action, that's right, and something we don't see that often on this channel, so I thought I would do something a little bit different and bring you some 4v4, which is always good because we have got a very high rated 4v4 indeed, and I will split this into two teams, I'll say. Well, we've got the Vipers team and we've got Chris's team. The Viper here in green, and he's playing as Saracens right now. His teammates are indeed Slipknot Mandy in purple down here. I should really go around anti-clockwise. VNS Kunkon in yellow playing as Teutons to his bottom left. Directly below him is Slipknot Mandy playing as Franks in purple, and to the right of Mandy is Baby I Love You in blue playing as Chinese. Very nice indeed. And his opponent's team, I call it Team Chris. Well, Chris is up to the top of the map in red playing as Spanish. I'm sure he'll enjoy that. And to his right in orange is Sork, playing as Mayans. And to his right, Supermen, aka Hassan, playing as Vikings over to the far right. And just below him in... Sorry, in grey, I just read the name. Me not English, playing as Mongols in grey. Over to the right of the map, my god. See, some of these guys have some funny names like Nori, Igoi, etc. So anyway, I'm going to speed things up. I doubt anyone's going to be rushing because at the end of the day, this is a 4 versus 4. It's not really worth a rush if you're going to go against a fast castle and knights. The pocket players in this game are going to be yellow and purple. They are going to be pocket. Flank for Viper's team is Viper himself and Baby I Love You. And the flank for the opposing team is Mino English and Chris. And the pockets for their team is Sork in orange and Teal Hassan. So we'll probably see booms out of the pockets, and the edges will probably try and get aggressive nice and early on. I think the main focal point of this game will probably be up here between Viper and Chris. These two titans of AoC will be, I'm sure, battling it out. I'm going to be interested to see if there's any slinging going on as well. It could be interesting if anyone decides to sling. It could very well happen. In fact, I may just turn Fog of... Actually, no, I won't, because he won't research. I was going to say I'll turn Fog of War on, but it doesn't really work in a team game because if cartography isn't researched early on, there really isn't a lot you can do to see your allies. So I'll just keep Fog of War off, and I'll probably do a game, a 1v1 with Fog of War on sometime soon. I was wondering why Sork had such a high score. Well, he's Mayans, so we can expect some good eco from him. It's a pretty good pocket civilization to have. What is Viper again over here? Saracens. Could see a scout rush, perhaps. We could even see a castle drop from Chris and Conquistadors, if Viper lets him get away with it, that is. We could see some slinging. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm going to speed things up. Judging by... Let's have a look. Well, Viper's going up on 23, so we might see some flushing action from him. Chris is going up on 23 as well, so these guys pretty much identical builds so far. Viper with, let's see how many he's got on wood, quite a few wood collectors right there, and Chris has probably about the same actually. These guys are very similar builds indeed. Chris starting to throw down a barracks right now, and I imagine Viper we'll be doing something similar very soon. Let's just see what Kunkon is doing here. Yeah, 25 pop, still not up. 2 more villagers being produced. He is definitely going to go for a boom. Mandy the same, and let's have a look. Baby I Love You over on the right, going up on 24. So very, very common sort of strategy here. Both flanks going up to do a flush, and both pockets going to do a boom, perhaps with a sling. We'll just have to wait and see. Nice scout kill of Hassan there. And let's check the other side. Well, Mino English, what is he doing? Well, he's actually a little bit further behind than everyone else. He's got a high score, but that's because he's not actually advancing yet. He's not actually upgraded. He is going to throw down... Oh no, my bad, he already is upgraded. I didn't even notice that. assumed when I looked at his population he was so low that he hadn't upgraded yet, but he has. He was probably the first to go up, in fact, and that does mean he's going to be really starting to pressure Baby I Love You on this side right over here. Chris already up, and I just want to check whether Sork and Hassan are going to be going for a boom. 28 population indeed, and Hassan as well. It's annoying because they have different names. Not well, yeah, a little bit early up with the population, but he is probably going to be fast castling along those lines as well. So flanks both going to go and flush, and pockets all going to boom, so we'll have to wait and see what happens here. It looks like Chris is starting to wall off, which is probably going to piss the Viper off. We know what he's like with walling, and he's only got a limited time frame really before he has to start thinking about going castle. He can't stay in the feudal age forever, as the pockets will just start spamming knights a bit later on. So Viper is looking to get aggressive, see what he can do. On the opposite side, we also have Mino English looking to get aggressive with some scout cavalries coming out for him. And in fact, this is hard to do a 4v4 because there's so much going on. He is going to go and do some scout rushing. This could be the first engagement of the game, and Mino English could have some very nice picks right here. He's only got 2 scouts, one of them very weak indeed, and there is a spearman coming out for Baby I Love You, but Mino English is just going to skirt around the outsides and see if he can pick off some villagers when he can. He's throwing up building another scout cavalry over on this side, and Baby I Love You actually going for an archery range. What civilization is he again? Well, he's Chinese, so archers, I suppose, makes more sense. And he's going to make some archers, a second archery range going up for him. Mino English going to go in with the scout rush though. Scouts are a lot more effective than archers in this situation, but if you do get the combination of both scouts and archers in the feudal age, that's the unstoppable combination. Ooh, I've just saw Chris there stonewalling. Viper's going to be pissed, but he is going to move out across the map with a few archers right now, and we will see an engagement with Viper and Chris here, and it looks like, ooh, actually saying that, is Chris going to walk straight past? Surely he's seen him. Viper patrolling that in there and missing that attack, but Chris knows he's there. He's going to turn right around and try and get some picks on these archers, cutting them off and trying to pick them off as well. He will be able to do just that, and Viper could potentially lose a couple of archers here if he doesn't get away, though he is going to draw him into this small gap and then reinforce. Very nice. Oh, this is great from him, bringing that spearman up from behind. Chris getting trapped, gonna lose most of his scout cavalry, if not all of his scout cavalry here. Viper saving as many men as he can. Really nicely done, bringing that spearman around the back. That was some great play from him right there, and he's going to go and push out only to find a solid wall. Chris playing pretty defensively right here, even with a second wall, so it looks like it's going to be a wall and boom kind of situation. Chris perhaps just sending those scouts out to make Viper overcompensate in the feudal age. He's now going to get to Chris's base and realise, ah crap, I can't get in. So this could be pretty messy for the Viper if he reads this wrong. He needs to very quickly start thinking about getting up to the castle age. Let's have a look how much food he's got. Not a lot at all, and look how much Chris does have in the bank. Quite a lot. So Viper is probably going to overcommit to the feudal age here, and Chris is going to try and probably go up to the castle age and spam some knights at his face. What's going on over here? Well, Baby I Love You is starting to attack on the flank, and I'm not obviously going to look really that much into the pockets at the moment, because the pocket players will just be booming and not really attacking or anything. Mino English sent his scouts out. Looks to like he was sent them towards Viper right there, but he has actually had to bring them back to deal with Baby I Love You's attack. Baby I Love You, a little bit awkward for him. He's got to put a tower on this gold, and he's not really got that much army right now, but perhaps he's going to look to go to the castle age fairly soon. Sork just getting up to the castle age, a castle for him going straight up as he is Mayans. Very nicely played. We will see some, there he is at the bottom, we will see some Plumed archers coming out very soon. Superman Hassan over here, just getting up to the castle age as well. He's going to make some more town centres. Looks like he's just going to go for an all-out boom, whilst Sork is going to start getting aggressive with the plumed archers. Viper trying to get through here. Well, he may just be able to do it, but Chris is going to continue to wall him in, and he's going to be really pissed off because he's not going to be able to get through this wall if he manages to wall behind. If he doesn't take this stable out in time, well, Viper is not going to be happy at all. He is going to go up to the castle age when he can, but there's no doubt that Chris will get there first. And Chris playing as Spanish, we could see Conquistadors, we could see Knights as well. He just needs a little bit more gold, and he will be up to the castle age. Viper's not going to get through, and he will not be making good use of this army the whole time that Chris is in the castle age. A few knights will probably clear this up, and Viper just going to have to wait it out and maybe even wall himself in, play that game, and try and get up to the castle age when he can. He's going to continue to make army though for the time being, though. He does need to go castle pretty soon. He's continuing to make archers still though, and he will be up against plumed archers very shortly, as Sork now has got his castle up. He will be making plumed archers probably non-stop. There we go, Hassan over here is actually starting to make knights right now, as well as continuing with his boom. I imagine he'll go for a 3 TC, maybe 4 at some point. He is playing as Vikings, so knights, good possibility for him. He may be able to pick off a few of these archers. There's quite a lot of archers there from Baby I Love You, and Baby I Love You is going to be a while till he gets castle as well. So, yeah, Mandy Castle, he's going to go for more of a boom, start getting some of those knights out, and same for Kunkon as well, more booming, more knights coming out as well. Viper just Xing through here. Actually, this is nice. Viper's going to get through. He is going to send those archers through there, and he is potentially going to kill off a couple of villagers, stop them from walling. Chris is desperately going to try and close this. He may just actually do it. Viper just a little bit too slow. That was unfortunate for him. He was so close to getting through right there. He so nearly got through, but he is going to deny Chris this gold, and that is good for him. Chris does have this gold at the back though, and wow, Viper so nearly stopping Chris from walling, and would have got in if it wasn't for that very quick wall right there. And Chris now going to go up to the castle age. He is going to be getting some knights out, but he doesn't have any gold just yet, so he may go for a castle drop, looking at how many villagers he does have on this stone. Castle perhaps here to protect this gold, and then he can continue to make more units. Over on this side we do have Hassan harassing Baby I Love You, and he is going to be up against it really. He's relying on Mandy to send some knights his way. Mandy is doing that, but Baby I Love You going to be up against a few knights here as Chris does advance up to the castle age. He is going to be towering this to prevent anything getting through here. He's playing this very defensively, and in fact this wall could even go down very close indeed. 170 HP left on that, and I'm very surprised at Chris. He's not taking this gold at the back. He should really do that. He'll be able to get some more units up. And now the watchtower going up as well. They've decided to call it quits, and maybe they're going to head round this side to try and take out some houses or something. Baby I Love You, a lot of archers right there, and Mino English still into the feudal age. He's not castled just yet, and he's a little bit away from it. He just needs to advance, get to 50 food and advance. Baby I Love You again just needs to get 30 gold. He can advance, so the flanks are pretty close right now, and Viper is going to be looking to go castle right now. Indeed, he is doing just that, and there's quite a few plumed archers from Sork. They're going to go against those knights. I think the knights may just be able to finish them off, but they are probably going to escape through that gate. And indeed, there we go, the castle drop from Chris. We'll be getting out some of those very annoying conquistadors in a bit. Viper going to go around this side right now. He may just be able to discover this house, and Well, Chris walling in even more. I didn't know Chris was such a waller, but I guess being part of RVK, being in a team with Tim, he's learnt some of Tim's ways. Viper may be able to get a couple of picks on these villagers right here, though, and that could be great for him. Just picking away, and killing, killing, killing. Very nicely done indeed. Just taking 2 villagers right there, make his archers what they're worth. When he does get a castle, he will of course be able to upgrade them to crossbow, so it's not the end of the world. What's being X'd over here? Well, we've got knights, and more knights. Mandy doing a great job actually. Mino English having a very tough time right here. He does need help from Hassan, and Hassan is not sending enough knights his way. Hassan should really have quite a few knights in here to protect his teammate. Mandy and our baby I love you 2v1ing Mino English over here. Mino English falling to the bottom of the score lead and score tables, and I think he's just got up to the castle age. He is advancing, but the problem is he has no villagers and no army, which is a real pain in the ass. Considering he's still feudal, he's going against knights, and he should really be asking Hassan for help here. Hassan has got 3 town centres right now. In fact, maybe 4. Yeah, 4 town centres, and he could be sending quite a few knights his way, but he's not, which is a little bit bad if you ask me. He really should be sending them his way. Viper now into the castle age. He has got plenty of crossbowmen, and they will be a little bit of a force to be reckoned with, even against the plumed archers there. If we have a look, they do have a little bit less HP, but they have the same attack, they have more pierce armor, and they have more range as well. So this many crossbowmen can finish up this many plumed archers. Waiting to see what happens down here. Poor Mino English, just not able to do anything at all, as Viper now starts to send his crossbowmen in. He's going to get a few picks off, very nicely done. He will be able to kill off a few villagers. He is going to have to be very wary though, because Chris over here is now into the castle age, and he will be able to make some conquistadors, which is exactly what he's doing. And let's see where he's sending them. Well, he's sending them over to the Viper's base. It looks like he may be trying to get some picks. Well, Viper's got some crossbowmen waiting for him, and they do outrange the conquistadors. So Viper should be safe at his base for now, and he's just continuing to pressure Sork. Sork with another town centre on this gold to keep it extra safe, and he should then be able to just start picking away at him. Looks to me like Mino English is pretty much out of this game. He's got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and if we have a look at his resources, well, he's got pretty much nothing at all. Where is Hassan? Hassan really should be, or Superman even, really should be helping him out, and he's going to regret it now, because in comes some knights from Mandy, Slipknot Mandy. Slipknot is actually Fiege's old clan, by the way. I think Fiege was the clan leader of Slipknot before he joined RVK. And now Hassan's going to be like, well crap, I've got knights in my base and I don't have anything to attack them with because I didn't go and help my teammate out. Well done, Hassan. You are going to be feeling the pain of knights in your base very shortly. And also Viper coming in as well, going to try and micro against these plumed archers, but of course plumed archers are a lot cheaper than crossbowmen, so for every crossbowman lost to every plumed archer lost, Viper is losing in the long run with the resources, and it looks like the plumed archers will clean this up. They do have a few more of them. Of course they're quite fast units as well, so they can chase the crossbowmen down. Viper trying to get out there with minimal losses, though he is going to lose his whole army at this stage. Chris, a little bit of a disappointment. It's a bit like with Chris, you either have really good days or really bad days. Today is one of Chris's bad days, it seems. He's not doing an amazing job at all. Yes, he was pressured by Viper, but yes, he did wall himself in, and Viper didn't actually kill any of his villagers, apart from those 2 on the wood. So yeah, watching Chris, it's like, well, it's a bit of potluck really. Either you're going to have a really great game from him, or it's going to be mediocre like this. His teammate though, Viper's teammate that is, Concon, yellow, with quite a lot of knights right now. He is going to send them right at the Mayan player. Of course, the Mayan player does get it in the neck because they have such a good economy. They can really hold their team up like Sork is doing. He is actually the score leader right now, and they are one of the biggest threats. So looks like Sork is going to get 2v1'd at this stage. And Baby I Love You coming in as well with some crossbowmen. He finally reached the castle age, and though Mino English is pretty much out of this, he is continuing to play, and maybe he would just be able to rebuild rebuild. And if you remember correctly, that game that I played, not even that, the free-for-all, where Tim just was down to like 3 villagers, he just wouldn't give up. That's how I see Me Know English right now. He won't give up, I'm sure. We'll have to wait and see. Kunkon and Baby I Love You now with their combined forces right in between Sork and Hassan's base. This could be terrible for these guys. That's quite a big army right there, and they really don't have much to combat it other than these plumed archers. Sork will need more plumed archers, that is for sure. As Hassan, that's why he wasn't making any military. He's gone for a well, kind of fast Imperial. Where's he gone? There he is. He's gone Imperial. He is Vikings, so I suppose that could be useful. Knights isn't the best choice for him right now. He just needs to go and make some arbalests and deal with these crossbowmen. He is, of course, going to continue to make Knights, as he does have the required buildings to do so. Continuing to upgrade these guys as well. He can upgrade Cavalier, of course, but it's debatable whether he's going to do that, because he can't get the Paladin upgrade as Vikings. However, he is into the Imperial Age, and nice Mangonel shot there, backed up by Sork. Sork will probably be able to finish this off, killing off these knights, I imagine, or he's just going to run straight past them. Whatever. I didn't think he'd do that, but never mind. Kunkon even getting right in there, killing off quite a few villagers as well. This is really nice play by them. And I'm going to quickly look over to see what the Viper's doing over here. Well, Viper mixing in some elite skirmishers with his crossbowmen to really push the Conquistadors. Very nicely done. Kunkon getting right into Chris's base as well. And Chris, well, he's started to boom quite well, but not the best, I've got to say. He's a bit off today, it does seem. And these guys constantly being harassed. Kunkon making the most of his knights. He's killed off quite a few villagers. He's dealt a lot of damage, and look at his score. It's really starting to get ahead. Sork's still the overall score leader though, and I imagine he'll be getting for another castle very soon. He's getting quite a lot of stone, and then he can continue to make even more plumed archers. He will look to get Imperial at some point, but it does seem to me like Viper's team is really starting to gain the upper hand. They are keeping the pressure on, and I've got to say, Mandy and Kunkon have not had any harassment to their bases at all this whole game. So they are really just in the clear to boom and keep the pressure heading in this direction, which is exactly what is happening. And Superman and Sork forced to defend their bases from every wave of attack. Me Know English starting to actually carry on with his boom right now, getting another town centre up, and he's going to be met with more crossbowmen, but kudos to him, continuing to carry on and make the most of this game. Very well done to him, staying in and persevering. He's got actually 3 town centres now, so he could just be back in it. It is still 2v1 over here though against Chris. Chris not managing to get out enough Conquistadors. Of course the elite skirmishers will do a lot of damage to these guys, and that is not good if you are Chris. These guys are expensive to make, and he is losing them pretty quickly, I've got to say. Taking out his siege workshop there as well, and Chris is a bit all over the place today. No trade from anyone just yet. No markets up either, so that's not really a option at the moment. Mandy just going Imperial. Well, what is he? He's Franks. That is not good. Mandy, I imagine right now, will be starting to get the Cavalier upgrade. Where is he gone? There we go. No, that's not Mandy, that's Mandy. Cavalier upgrade from him right there, and he will start to mass up Cavalier. And the problem for Sork and Superman is that they are so open. Superman is upgraded to Cavalier right now, which is great. It looks like he's going to go and attack Baby I Love You. But Mandy will have Cavalier very shortly. In fact, that may have been Cavalier. No, not yet. Very shortly. He's almost 50%. And after that, of course, he'll be able to get Paladin. And once you've got Paladins on the field, they just are so good at getting in there and killing off so much eco. I imagine that is to come, and very nice. Sork now pushing out with the plumed archers, almost fully upgraded at this stage. He just needs +1 defense. This is good. He's going to be able to pick off some of Viper's stone collectors. Great play by him. Viper spotted that, and he is going to have to try and deal with it somehow. This is a very open economy right here. He is going to probably lose all of his villagers in this situation, and the knights will probably die as well. Kunkon, let's have a look. He's going up to the Imperial Age. This is nice. Kunkon also playing as, well, not also, but playing as Teutons does mean that he will be able to upgrade to Paladin eventually as well. Sending in some knights just to deal with these plumed archers, preventing their economy from getting killed off. That is great work from these guys, and keeping the pressure on at the front. This is not good for the Viper though, as Chris does have a Mangonel coming forward. And that Mangonel will start to pick away at these crossbowmen. Viper, is he looking to get Imperial? Well, yes he is. He's almost there. And is Chris doing the same? Yes, he is. Very nicely done. And main area to focus on right now is Mandy versus Hassan up here, getting right into their ecos and doing a lot of damage. It looks to me like Mandy will win this. He has got +3 defense, +2 attack against, actually no, just saying that they're now equal on upgrades almost, but yeah, very, very close indeed. But he does have all the upgrades he needs to make this force a force to be reckoned with. And Mandy will be able to actually start picking away at this. And if he continues to reinforce himself, which he can easily do, as he does have a lot of Cavalier. I don't know if he's going to upgrade to Paladin just yet. If he continues to reinforce himself, he will just be able to beat them back and really damage their economies. It looks like Superman Hassan is going to start getting out pikemen just as a last resort kind of thing. And yeah, Mandy doing a great job right here. Everyone's starting to reach the Imperial Age now. That's a lot of Cavaliers from Kunkon. And Viper now Imperial. Well, what's he going to do? He could go, where is he? He's Saracens, so he could go for Castle and Mamelukes, which I imagine is what will happen. Look how much gold and food he's got. He can actually make Mamelukes all day long, and he's got getting husbandry right now. Mamelukes will be able to do a great job attacking the Spanish, and I'm looking forward to seeing this. It should be great. Mamelukes again, plumed archers will crumble beneath them, and I imagine the Mamelukes will be in mass because he's got so much gold and so much wood and so much food. And oh yeah, he's already got a castle over here. I didn't even notice that. Conscription being researched. We will see a lot of Mamelukes very quickly from the Viper, I imagine. We'll just have to wait and see what happens over there. It's still pretty neck and neck, I've got to say, though. Viper's team does have the score lead. Sork still the overall score leader, though. The Mayan player is a force to be reckoned with. He's up to the Imperial Age, as you can see, just queuing plumed archers like there's no tomorrow. Pardon me. And if you can get another castle out, he'll be able to upgrade those to Elite Plumed Archer, which is exactly what he's doing. Elite Plumed Archers for Sork, and again, he will just be able to keep producing them from all 4 of his castles. He has got a lot of gold, and he looks like he's going to continue to make it as continue to gather lots of gold. I imagine we'll see some trade eventually. There we go, trade carts starting to, well, not trade carts, markets starting to go up. We'll see that very shortly. But Kunkon again getting right into Sork's base, killing off villagers, really nicely done. Getting right in there and killing off so many of these guys. That is really what you want to do. Keep the raids going. Same for Mandy as well. Sork and Hassan have lost so many villagers between them. It's unreal. And, you know, they should have finished Mino English off, because look at this. Mino English really starting to get back into this game. When you thought he was dead, he just bounced back, and he really did play that well. He's got back into the game. He'll start making some more military, and he is going to be against Blues, Chuko Nu and Crossbowman, but he's got a Mangonel or 2, and he may be able to do a bit of damage there. But this is the main focal point of the game over here. Paladins now for Kunkon, and Paladins shortly for Mandy as well, I imagine. These guys are really going to be causing a nightmare for these for Supermen and Sork. They're getting right in there, killing off a lot of villagers, and even against pikemen, Paladins will kill everything. They're doing an awesome job of raiding consistently, and I'll get back to that very shortly. And Chris now and Sork as well. 2 versus 1 over here, it seems, because Viper doesn't have any units at the moment. Viper not having the best of days either, but he is starting to make Mamelukes, and he will be massing them up. In fact, where's all his food and gold gone? Maybe into technology, I'm not sure, but he is making some Mamelukes. Maybe he's lost them, I'm not sure. It's hard to tell at the moment. He's starting to make stables and get light cavalry as well. So light cavalry Mameluke combination for Viper and camels also, because why not? May as well throw them all in there. And I imagine when these rams start coming in, these guys are just going to unleash hell on them. And of course we have got Conquerors with these paladins. He's going to leave Viper's side for now and go harass Sork's base, because if he goes to hit Sork at his base, Sork will have to bring the elite skirmishers back, elite plumed archers back, and with the plumed archers out the way, Viper can make pretty much short work of Chris over here. Chris now with 3 castles consistently making conquistadors, and we'll have to wait and see how this goes. Just waiting for Viper to hold, and then just unleash all of his units. There we go. They're starting to come out right now. That's a lot of units right there. That's quite a lot of hussars. Few camels, few Mamelukes as well. He's going to continue to make them. And now, big battle. We'll see the Viper pushing forwards with Conquerors. Looks like they might send these guys back. Camels not the best, as they do get shredded by castles, but the hussars will be able to do a decent amount of damage. Let's see if they can actually push through and break this. That's a lot of plumed archers right there though, and with no siege they could have a real hard time actually breaking through. We'll have to wait and see, but it looks to me like they are going to push through. It's hard to say whether they're going to actually break it. Another castle coming forwards from Chris. That's a lot of plumed archers, I keep saying. And yeah, Hassan actually resigning right now. His harassment to his eco have just been too much to bear, it seems. Not sure why, but I suppose Me No English is out, as he does have siege rams and elite Chuko Nu on his doorstep. But this, I just want to see who wins this. It looks like this is really good. Chris and Sork are actually pushing these guys back. They're quick to replenish their units, and they may go in for another attack. But do you see how many plumed archers actually killed? How many plumed archers are actually left? They killed so many units, and that was really great play. And I'm actually really interested to see if these guys can actually hold on. They may be able to even win it for them. I mean, that's a good 60 or 70 plumed archers from Sork right there, as we can see. Let's have a look just quickly. Click. There we go. Yeah, just so many plumed archers there, and a lot of conquistadors as well. And I don't know, it's almost 2v1, because Conquerors really isn't actually helping out that much, although we do now have Mandy coming in, and he will be coming in from behind. Going to be able to do a lot of damage with those paladins. If they can hold the front, then they're going to be able to do this very easily indeed. Huge battle, and it looks to me like Viper and Conquerors will actually be able to push forwards and take out this. If they've got Mandy coming from behind, they could just do it. They're going to have to keep the pressure on, but everything is just getting absolutely cut to bits as soon as it hits the front line. Trebuchet fire coming forwards as well, and if Viper does get out a couple of mangonels, he will be able to kill off these plumed archers. That's the thing. Wow, what a valiant defense from Chris and Sork here. Really great play. They're holding their ground. Really well done by them. But you've got to bear in mind, Supermen and Me No English are out of this. It's just Chris and Sork versus 4, and it's only a matter of time until they do get beaten down, beaten back. Viper actually being really pushed back here. Mandy doing a lot of damage with his paladins. Sork resigning and Chris resigning as well. They knew it was a downhill battle from here, but it surprised me how well they managed to hold on. They really did a great job of holding this area, even against 3, and they probably could have held on a bit more longer, but of course they did know that their teammates had resigned already, and as I say, Baby I Love You would have broken through here and destroyed Sork's eco basically. He really didn't have much eco left at the end of this, and I've got to say, Mandy and Conquerors, absolutely awesome harassment on Hassan and Sork's base the whole game, and of course killing off Me No English very early on as well. Really did win them the game. Chris, well, he could have played a little bit better. He did wall early on to keep himself safe, which did slow him down a bit, but he did a pretty good job with Sork holding off the Viper, and well, Viper just played the Viper, really. I wouldn't say that was an exceptional play by him. Though, I don't know. He was against a waller, and I don't know. I'm making excuses for him now. But anyway, it's kind of hard to do a 4v4, I've got to say. There's so much going on, and it's so easy to miss the action and actually notice the really important areas of the game. Hopefully I've done the best I can today, and you guys have enjoyed this video. So thanks for watching. I'll probably do some more 1v1s in the future, as 4v4s really are a bit of a headache. But yeah, I've been Zach, and I'll see you next time.